Well, hello out there, social media world, Facebook. Hope everyone's doing well. It's September 7th. It's a Thursday. And before I go anywhere or say anything, just want to say happy birthday to my son, Seth. He's 18 years old today. Couldn't be more proud of him. And he's doing his thing. And love you, son. I know you don't typically watch these, but love you to death. And one of the greatest days of my life when you were born. So have a fantastic day, son. So I wanted to talk a bit about decisions. And why I kind of chuckle about that is that, when you you make a decision and you get caught up in it and you're like, oh, is that the right decision? What am I going to do? Oh my God. And then you get really it's like indecision, right? Like, what do I do? Oh my God. And for some of us, I know for myself, you make a decision, you think, yeah, it's the right decision, and then it doesn't work out. And this could be in relationships, jobs, being stopped at a four-way stop, and it's like someone just make a decision, oh my God, and then you decide to go, and then someone else decides to go. It's like, oh my God, I didn't make the right decision. But it's just a decision. And I know that's a blanket statement, and I'm not downplaying those major decisions in your life that didn't work out and have caused a great amount of stress in your life. Just trying to bring the process of looking into it. So to simplify it, when I was coaching kids, and it's hopefully I'll coach them again this year, they would kind of get hard on themselves, like they made a decision and the outcome they wanted didn't happen. And so what I'm just coaching is hockey. Hey, it's Canada, right? Love hockey. Not everyone does, but it's just an example. So they would make this decision and it didn't work out. And it'd be like, so what do you think? Well, I'm not doing that again. I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. It's like, okay, what did you learn from that decision? Well, I learned this, and this. Okay, so the next time you're in that situation, will your decision be different? Well, yeah, because I learned this. So why I use that example is that process, so we can learn from some of these things when we make these decisions. And like I said, I'm not downplaying these monster decisions that sometimes come in our life, but you can apply it if you like. And what did you learn from that decision? And it's interesting for me. A colleague of mine many, many years ago, she said, Luke, it's just a decision in that time period. And I was like, well, it seems so simplistic, but in that time period, it seemed like the right decision. And probably at that time, it was the right decision. We may look back and go, I could have done things differently, but we may not have had access to that learning yet, or that knowing, that understanding for ourselves at that moment. And so why I bring this up is sometimes we can get stuck in that indecision, right? I don't know what to do. If I do this, what happens this? What happens if it doesn't work? And so we can get caught up in all of this stuff, and we make no decisions and nothing changes. And we're still stuck in this feedback loop of, what happens if I make the wrong decision? Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And this doesn't fit for everyone, but I'm just saying, if you can relate to that feedback loop, what am I going to do? Like last time I made a decision, could be like a relationship. I didn't make the right decision. It didn't work out. So I'm just not going to make any decisions around that. And that could fit really well for you. And you might even have a bit of, surrendering to that feeling. Like maybe relationships aren't in the cards for me right now. And in doing that, it's actually making a decision, right? So deciding not to do something is actually making a decision, right? And if you feel okay with that, like I'm just going to hold this pattern, I'm going to do this and be okay with that, right? Then you are in fact making a decision, and it's okay. It's when we can get caught up in that. And I've seen a lot in myself over the years, And in a lot of the people I work with, this sort of indecision. I don't know what if I make the wrong choice? What if I do this? What if I do that wrong? And, and it can be hard to actually start using your imagination. That maybe part of my imagination is just to hold this pattern right now and what I'm doing, and not get caught up in, well, I need to do this and I need to do that and I need to do this, right? Because it's about you. I mean, some of these decisions may affect other people, 100%. But when we sort of come into that spot in ourselves, the one I'm talking about, when it's like, yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to hold here and see what happens. That is making a decision, right? And it takes you out of that feedback loop of, I don't know what to do. What about this? What about that? And there totally probably will be pressure from the outside. Like, you need to decide what you're going to do. Right. And it can become overwhelming, right? That feedback loop will start. Well, what do I do? What do I, and it's okay to go back into some of your old learnings, your old understanding of things, like taking other decisions you've made. And it's like, well, what did I learn from that when that didn't work out? Or my belief that it didn't work out, not seeing some of the lessons you had learned from that decision making at that time, right? So just sort of slowing down, trying to get out of that feedback loop, making a decision for yourself rather than feeling you have to make a decision for everyone else, including not making a decision for yourself, right? And it's a struggle to get caught in that feedback loop. We all have it. I know I have. There's tons of decisions. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? If I do this, that's going to happen. If I do that, that's going to happen. Oh my God. And then we end up making no decision, right? But actually stepping back and going, I'm just going to hold here until I feel more comfortable with doing something or deciding what I'm going to do, right? Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you stopping by and taking a listen. Hopefully it helped and fit for you. And if it didn't, just, swipe away or whatever it is you're supposed to do. And if it was helpful, that's fantastic. Anyways, you take care of yourself. Hopefully we'll see you here again tomorrow. And I'll probably be later again because I don't really have any plans on Friday night. But we'll see what happens. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. And we'll see you again.